Greetings and salutations. Hi, yes, I'm an MJ cosplay. Ignore that I was filming TikToks. Yes, my mic is in the shot. Also ignore that. Thank you. Last weekend, it's coming up 2 weeks ago now, I went to Melbourne. If you follow me on social media, I was posting a lot about it. I had the absolute time of my life. I miss it so bad. While I was there to see The Cursed Child at the Princess Theatre and to go to Supanova in Melbourne because I'd never been to a con interstate before, and Supanova is my favourite con. And I knew that it was much bigger interstate, so I wanted to experience that. And it was even bigger than I thought it would be, which was fun. But we all know Ashlee doesn't have good impulse control when it comes to buying things at cons. So here's a haul. I'm not gonna go in order of things I bought things because I really fucking can't remember. I've literally just got everything I bought just kind of sitting around me in a circle. So we're just going to go through everything that's around me. Fun. So first off, these were actually a gift from my mum, and I've lost the actual packaging for them, so I can't remember the store I bought these from. A lot of these I'm not going to be able to remember the store names because I bought so much, and I didn't get art cards from all the prints I got, and I'm so sorry to everyone who I don't credit. But my mum bought me these little earrings. I don't know if they're in focus, my camera is being weird, but they're the Monster Book of Monsters from Harry Potter. I'll show you the other earrings I got because I love them. They're just these little hearts with BB-8 and R2 in them because, fun fact, my favourite Star Wars characters are all the droids, including C-3PO. If you don't like C-3PO, we can't be friends. I'm sorry, I love C-3PO so much. Justice for C-3PO, I am the C-3PO Defense Squad. Speaking of jewellery, I might just go through all the jewellery I got because I didn't get heaps, but I got a few things. But I also got this lovely little Rapunzel necklace, which, again, if you know me from TikTok, if you watch my TikTok lives, you may have seen this. A lot of people commented on it when I was wearing it on a stream the other day. They had a bunch of Disney princesses ones, but if you know me, you know Tangled is my favourite Disney film, you know Rapunzel is my princess, so that's the one I got, obviously. This actually wasn't from Supanova, it was from the Store of Requirement in Melbourne, which is a little, wonderful little store in Melbourne that is literally it's just Harry Potter stuff. It's just Harry Potter stuff, and I had I think that store was the highlight of my trip, honestly. I made friends in there, and it was wonderful. And well, this isn't Supanova, I bought a couple things from there, so I'll show you the things from there that I got that are within my vicinity of reaching. But one of them is this gorgeous little necklace, and it's Harry's letter to Hogwarts, so you can literally read Mr. H. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs under it, and it has the Hogwarts seal. The last jewellery piece I got is probably my favourite for obvious reasons if if you're subscribed to this channel. It's a fucking necklace, and it's Riptide. This is Riptide. I have Riptide. I have a necklace on a necklace. How fucking sick is this? And because I was cosplaying Annabeth the first day of the con, and I made friends with a Hermione cosplayer, which she was so lovely. We just bonded and started talking about books and everything we love in Star Wars, and we got photos with a Kylo Ren cosplayer together, and it was very fun. And I love the idea of other people who were at the con just looking over and seeing Hermione and Annabeth Chase becoming friends. But I left the con half an hour early on day one, and she found these at a little store, and she texted me, and she was like, I know you're coming back tomorrow, you have to go get one of these, and so I did, and that's the coolest fucking thing. How fucking cool is that? I can't. Something I love to do at cons as well is talk to local authors, and I love buying from self-published and local authors around there. I think that's so cool. As a huge book nerd, it's a chance to get books that I wouldn't otherwise get the opportunity to, and getting to talk to authors is just so much fun, and getting to support their dreams. And basically, again, day one, I was cosplaying Annabeth, and this lovely author just starts me and is so do you like children's fantasy sort of stuff? And I was like, can you tell from the cosplay? Yes, I do. And she sold me on her novel called Harlequin's Riddle. Her name is Rachel Nightingale, and she wrote this lovely, lovely little message in the on the front page, and she has the prettiest handwriting, and she was so lovely and kind, and yes, I love books. Speaking of books, I'm going to show things I bought again that weren't at Supanova, but there is a Dimmicks in Melbourne that is huge, and there is a cafe in it, and me and my mum fell in love with it, and anytime we had a free lunch or whatever, we'd be let's go get coffee and cake and some books at Dimmick. I tried to buy books that I wouldn't get elsewhere, so I didn't get any graphic novels or whatever, because that's what I buy kind of like here with my spare time, and just like, you know, YA, normal fantasy stuff. They're ones I can find quite easily around here in bookstores and like my local shopping centres. So they weren't exactly the ones I went for. I went for ones I hadn't really seen in stores around here, or were titles I'd been looking for a while and had been sold out elsewhere or whatever. I only got 3 books, so I don't know why I'm hyping them up so much. But first we got this little, it's literally just, it's called Taylor Swift in Her Own Words. It is just a book of Taylor Swift quotes, and I've read and watched every interview she's ever done, not to make myself seem absolutely insane, but I have been following her career since I was 6. So it's not that insane, but I love reading her words, and it's just this nice little combination of it. And I'd never seen this before, and I always do buy like every Taylor Swift book because I do love her a lot. This is one that like is probably common everywhere, but I actually haven't been able to find this anywhere. I've been looking for it for a couple months now, but I finally fucking got Mad Love, which is essentially it's a novelized version. I again haven't read any of these yet because I've been rereading Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. I believe it's a novelized expanded version of Mad Love, as in like the Paul Dini, the graphic novel / the episode of the animated series. So it's a big you know, backstory. It's an expansion on, I guess, Harleen Quinzel and how she became Harley Quinn, and that process in Arkham Hospital and stuff. So I'm very excited for this. And then the last one I got is The Science of Women in Horror. I don't know if anyone knows this about me. I am obsessed with the horror genre and the final girl trope, and I love analysing horror more than anything. It's my favourite film genre to analyse. Anytime I have to do an analysis thing in any of my class on film, I will do horror or horror in some capacity. Last year in my English class, we had to do a massive comparative text of like 2 pieces from similar genres or with similar content. I did Rocky Horror and Frankenstein. I love horror. My favorite YouTube fucking channel is Dead Meat. So when I saw The Science of Women in Horror, like specifically, because there's a lot of books that Chelsea on the Dead Meat podcast has recommended that I want to read. But yeah, I saw this, and this was something I'd never ever seen because the film section in the Dimmicks in Adelaide is really small. So I got very in love with just looking at all the film section. I was tossing up between a bunch of different books about film, and then I saw this and I was like, yep, I'm sold. So I desperately needed a new purse while I was over there. I was gifted a Mimco purse a couple years ago for my birthday, I believe. And it was lovely to have a Mimco thing, but it's leather. I don't really like that it's leather, and my old purse before it broke, and so I really wanted to buy a new purse while I was over there, and so I don't know why I kept buying things that is Harry's Hogwarts letter, but I got Harry's Hogwarts letter as a purse, and I'm very happy with it. I love having nerdy purses. My purse before the Mimco one was a Harley Quinn one, and I think before that it was just like a cat one, but it's usually a bit on the nerdier side because I like kind of everything I own to be fandom based, honestly. Next, I'm gonna do bookmarks. So first off, this was again a gift from my mother. Just because so basically, like, she wasn't going to come to the con. I was just going to come to the con. She was going to do her own thing. I think she was originally going to go shopping or go to the casino. And then day one, she was walking me in, because we walked from the hotel and she didn't want me to walk alone. And walking in, she was like, wow, this is so much bigger than Adelaide. And she hadn't been to a con in Adelaide since I was old enough to, like, go with friends without parental supervision. I think the last one she went to was when I was 14. She hadn't been to a con in Adelaide in a while, and she was like, I think I'd like to buy a ticket and come in. And I was like, all right, do that. So we came in, and then we were together for a while, and then she was like, oh, you can go off and do your own thing, because I want to stay here and, like, look more in the artist alley, and I wanted to go look in the expo hall more. And I was like, all right, sure, we'll meet up again later, catch up with you soon. So I left her in the artist alley, because I always do artist alley last, because that's where I end up buying heaps of prints. And so I did like a quick look in the morning, and then I was like, I'm going to come back later, or I'm going to buy my prints, whereas she was like just buying everything at that time. She didn't really care about the expo hall. So I left her and she bought me this gorgeous little fox bookmark. She also bought like a shit ton of cards. She bought some pressed flowers. She bought herself a book. She went crazy. Next, this is something she bought from the store of requirement for my sister, but my sister already owned this bookmark. She bought it for herself in London and my mum just didn't know. So she was like, Ashlee, do you want it? She just got me this little, it wasn't for me. It was for my sister. But my sister already owned it. So I ended up winning it, I suppose. We have 4 bookmarks, and there is a watermark on here that is hiya CK, HIJA-CK, so I assume that's an at. Obviously, if there's watermarks on things, I'm going to read them, but I got some bookmarks. So we got a carrot, then I got a ray, which I think is absolutely stunning. Can we appreciate this art, please? And then, I'm predictable, she got a Miles and she got a Gwen. The last bookmark, again, a gift from my mother. She's very, very generous, that woman, but it's a Star Wars bookmark that has a original film cell in it, because we basically went into the store and there were all these film cells and I was like in love with them because I love film and I love the idea of film cells and stuff, and essentially I nearly like bought myself a like $200 framed Tangled one with like 20 film cells in it. And then my mum was like, that's stupid, don't do that, it'll probably get broken on the plane. And I was like, okay, you're right. And was like, I'll buy you and Brianna Harry Potter one. And because they had like a stand of like Harry Potter bookmarks with one film cell in them. And I was like, oh wait, they have Empire Strikes Back ones. Like Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars film. I was like, we have to get that. But they only had like 2. And I was like, you know what? Like, because there was a Harry Potter film cell of like Hermione in Deathly Hallows Part 1, which is one of my favorite Harry Potter movies. In it. And I was like, oh, like I'll see what the actual film cell is of in Empire Strikes Back, and if it's not either droids or Leia, I'll get the Harry Potter Hermione. Pick it up, and it's R2-D2 and C-3PO in the film cell, so I got the Empire Strikes Back one. Also, I'm going to show you the bags I got. I got 3 while I was over there. While I was at the store of requirement, I got this, because fun fact, Amatantia is one of my favorite Harry Potter potions, this and Felix Felicis. Don't know if I say those right. That's how I read them. I never pay attention when they're said in the films. I actually didn't like bring like a little purse over with me. So the first couple of days in Melbourne, I was just walking around like carrying my phone and my purse everywhere. And I was like, I think I want to get a little handbag. Then I went to the store of requirement and they had these. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, like you're asking me to buy you. I got 2 Loungefly backpacks because the person told me that I could buy 2 for $150. And I was like, right, great, you've got me, sold. So first, I got this gorgeous Little Mermaid one because I've wanted a Disney Loungefly backpack. I've been obsessed with Loungefly backpacks for years, but I never buy them because I never buy bags. I think the last time I bought a bag for myself was at Hooniverse in 2015. Like, I never buy bags, but I love backpacks. I hate, unless it's a tiny little handbag like that. If I have actual things to carry, I can't do big handbags. I need a backpack. And then I got the Iron Gauntlet one. I was tossing up between this one and the Captain America Endgame backpack because I loved both of them. And I really wasn't sure which one I wanted to get because I knew I wanted to get like a animated Walt Disney Studios one, and then a Marvel or a Star Wars one. But then I found, this and the Captain America one, and I was just tossing up between these 2. But then the defining thing for me was I saw on the side it says I love you 3000, and I was like, I don't know why, but that puts that one over the top. I'm guessing the Iron Gauntlet. These were 50 cents at Supanova, but I also got these. They're just these little platform 9 3/4 tickets. Now we know I'm a slut for a plush. I got another Stitch plush. You can see that I literally already own a Stitch plush there. They had the official Disney Store Stitch plushes. And who am I to say no to that? He's been my new cuddle buddy in bed every night, and he's so wonderful and so soft and so cuddly, and I do not regret this purchase whatsoever. I only bought 3 things at the Cursed Child, actually. I got a Hufflepuff pin because I have a denim jacket that I'm trying to fill with pins, so obviously I had to get that. I got a program because obviously, and then I got this little guy. So they had our plushes there. We know plushes are my weaknesses. I've named him Scorpius because Scorpius is now one of my favorite characters like ever. I absolutely adore Scorpius Malfoy. Really want to do cosplay a gender bent Scorpius. I love plushes. Can you tell? But like this This is Scorpius. He's my baby. He kept me, so I have like massive fear of flying. Planes give me stupid bad anxiety. This guy gave me some cuddles and kept me very calm on the plane. Wow. And it was a very nice time while I listened to the Cursed Child Imogen Heap soundtrack, which was also very calming and wonderful. Now let's get into prints and Artist Alley things. Starting off with, I've seen this at various cons. I always see this print from this artist. I've bought from this artist before. Hold on, I have it in here. A Pennywise and Georgie print, because he always does these half-face wonderful prints. So I've gotten this one from him before, because we know a bitch loves it 2017. And I always see this Harley and Ivy one, and I want it because I love Harley and Ivy. DC can pry them from my cold dead hands, and I finally just went fuck it and bought it. I also got 2 other Harley and Ivy prints. This was from, and I don't know the name of the artist, and I feel awful, but they had at their store this little sign that said, "Come get your lesbians," which was everything. And so obviously I went over, and then she had these 2, and I bought another print from her that's in another folder that you'll see. But you know, we got these Harley and Ivy prints. If you watched my Supernova Adelaide video from last year, you'll know I'm in love with this artist. I bought another Jackson Casper's print, even though I shouldn't buy more A3 prints. I was looking at his table. This is a new print he's done. I had to. It's this insane, oh my god, there's a glare because it's in a folder, but this fucking insane Ray print. How stunning is this? Like, I can't even, and I actually don't own any prints of Rey. The only Star Wars prints I own are of Leia and, like, R2. So I was like, this is a sign, like, I'm gonna get this Rey print, it's gonna be great, and it is, and I'm very happy with it. We have this little Miles print, which is from my favourite scene in Into the Spider-Verse, one of my favourite scenes in cinematic history. It's the Leap of Faith, and I just love that, you know, the screen flips, and in the screenplay what's written is like, he is not falling, he is ascending, and ascending is written in capitals, and that, every time I think about that, I get goosebumps. Then we have one of Hunter and Black Canary, because I'm just Birds of Prey. I loved it a lot. I don't know heaps about, again, I'm not super familiar with DC Comics, so I don't know much about Huntress and Black Canary and the Birds of Prey in terms of comics, but I want to start reading them and know more about specifically Huntress. This print is the other one done by the artist who did the Harley and Ivy ones. It's the cutest little Glinda and Alphabet print. I've never seen prints for musicals at Adelaide cons. I don't know if we just don't have as much of a fan base for it. Melbourne is much more like theatre oriented. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I also got this little dark Alphabet print that you probably can't see very well. I'm looking at the viewfinder, you kind of can't. Can credit this artist, Ray Summers Design, www.raye-sommers.com, did this little postcard for Korg's Revolution. I just couldn't pass this up. I think this is brilliant. This is just really sweet. I just loved the art style and I wanted to get one of her prints. It's just a little Peggy Fight Like a Girl print. This print is by Lightning Strikes Art, who I bought from Supernova Adelaide again. We love it. It's just bold of you to assume I can ever walk past anything that has Peter Parker on it. We have another little Harley print because I have no self-control. Also got this little Peter Parker Snapchat holographic thing. And they got a Spider-Man by Pride flag sticker. Again, another musical print. Veronica Sawyer. I got a lot of this artist's prints and I don't have his name and I feel awful, but we have a lot of Disney ones. So we have Aurora and Maleficent because Sleeping Beauty is one of my favorite Disney films. Fun fact. Then we have Rapunzel and Eugene, my absolute favorite Disney film. And one of my favorite, like, ships ever. My second favorite absolute Disney film. Hercules and Meg, Wonder Boy and the Damsel in Distress. Speaking of Disney prints, I also got this gorgeous little Frozen 2 print of Elsa and Anna. I just think it's gorgeous. This is by Cara Leah Draws. So her website and her socials are CARALEADRAWS. Another little Disney print. Varian, my boy. I got this from a stall that was being run by Ready cosplayers who were the sweetest people and talked to me about how much they love Annabeth, and, you know, we're just, like, being in character. I said something about Eddie, and then the Richie cosplayer pinched his cheeks and went cute, 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 and I was like, oh, my heart. But I got this little this little ready keychain, which, like, you know, if you're subscribed to this channel, you know how I feel about ready. I got another Birds of Prey print. This is all the girls joining up, having a time. And then I also got these two ready prints to put next to each other on my wall. Thank you very, very much for watching. Sub to my Patreon if you want to. I'll leave a link to that in the description. I'm making a Discord server for certain patrons soon. I can't remember what tier it is. I'm going to do a movie commentary at some point this week for one of the tiers as well, which is going to be fun. Not sure what movie I'll do yet. I'll probably do a poll on Patreon. Sub to that if you want. I hopefully, you know, anytime I go to a con, I'll probably do one of these, but who knows when the next one will be at this point, because, you know, health crisis and all of those things, which is obviously very valid, but hopefully this kind of passes soon and the scariness passes soon and we can still do fun cons and things. I love you very much and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Mwah.